Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman. Uh, we're just about ready to get started here. I originally had the Yankee game scheduled, but then I realized I went out of order, and the Cubs are at the Phillies are due up. So I hope you don't mind. We'll do this one, and then our next game will be the Yankees at the Senators. Uh, I'm gonna get some coffee, and then I'm gonna go through the opening lineups for this ball game. It's September 10, 1969. This would be the second to last game. We had a big doubleheader, and I do have some explaining to do. And Kathy Harden has arrived. I had a decent evening, Kathy. I hope you this morning. I'm doing pretty well. YouTube, Jeffrey Guterman, Chicago. Just a little early here in Studio B here. No sound effects, no nothing yet. There we go. It's cool here, I'll tell you. I woke up kind of cold. Oh, excuse me. Did you by chance, Kathy, I don't think you would really care too much, but by chance, did you see my video on the review of Pinson's home run, which I posted last night? Andrew, I hope you see now that I switched this one. The Yankees at the Senators will be our next game. Next game. Oh, you didn't? Okay. I'm gonna post a replay of it, Kathy, just for you. Only because I think it's worth seeing in the spirit of transparency. Here it is. It was a quick video I posted yesterday. Parents. Here it is. Yes, it did, Andrew. I changed it. Andrew, I changed the title because I realized I overlooked Chicago at Philly. I double-checked these anyway. Sorry if there's a disappointment. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman. And in the spirit of transparency, I am forced to make this broadcast because I discerned an error. And this was an interesting one because, and let me state this very simply. When Veda Pinson came up to pinch hit in the bottom of the seventh, my son called, and the call technically came through. It started to come through before the roll, actually right after the roll, or maybe I'm not sure, but it was a strikeout. Now, when I came back onto this second broadcast to resume the game after the call with my son, he hit a home run, a 3-run home run. And after considering this very carefully, I realized the only way to handle this is to let it stand. Now again, I'm going to show it to you. Watch Pinson now, and then watch how my son, you can't hear the ring, but you can see the thing starts to go with Pinson. But I called it, but I did not enter it. I called it, did not enter it. Here it is. Theta did not start the second game because it's only his first day back. But he's well enough to lift the bat and come to the box with 2 outs, first and second. We will keep him in. And so here is Luke Walker in his second inning of relief with 2 outs, first and second. Here's Walker now. Pitch to Pinson. 6'9", left-handed, struck him out. Okay, so believe it or not, and that was called. 6'9", left-handed. I know you can't see it very well, but I looked at it in real world. It is a strikeout. And that would have been the side. But watch now how the call comes in. Literally at the moment this was called, but not written in yet. See, right there. I was about to enter it. And now the phone goes off haywire. I get it in the broadcast. I'll start it up later, my sons. Okay. And then when we come back, we incorrectly start as if he never batted.
There's a lot of different ways to learn data.
As if he never batted. Watch. And this is when he hits the home run. Now this could happen to almost anybody. Here we go. We resume now on this next video. And I wait a while because I'm waiting for people to come in. Shane Dean's decided to. And here we are getting ready to roll for Pinson as if we didn't have that strikeout earlier. It would have been great. Now, you see, the problem is if I turn this into a strikeout, then everything else that follows is off into a rabbit hole because it never would have happened. Because of the butterfly effect. And I want to add, with the strikeout, and this is me in real world, if we recorded the strikeout, then Brock would have led off in the 8th, whereas with the home run, he went ahead and batted in the 7th. So everything gets knocked off. It was not done intentionally, and it was so coincided with the phone call from my beloved son. We're going to let it stand. This is just about 1.5 more minutes. And if you have any question about that, just look for it in the text. But here's the home run. Let him rest. He's back from the first day, but he's good enough to come into hit here. Here's Walker now in his, I believe this is his 3rd inning. Yeah. Okay, Walker now. The pitch to Pinson. Buck situation, 6'5", left-handed, hit well by Pinson, and it's gone. So, it's not even worth looking at the rest of what happened because, again, it all would have been different anyway. So the only choice, when you go this deep after an error, there's no way but to let it stand. And it's not a case where we didn't roll or we read it wrong or anything like that. It was the second roll, not knowing. And with all the excitement with my son calling, I know I'm for St. Louis, but it really has nothing to do with the bias here. It has to do with the common sense resolution of an error. I hope that's satisfactory to all of you. Take care now. And that's that. So I do hope this is satisfactory. The bottom line on this, in the event that you have not seen, is the standings have been updated. And am I glad? I want to say to you all, am I glad that it turned out this way? Yeah, sure I am. Because I wanted St. Louis to get back in this race. Would I have done it this way? If Pittsburgh ended up, if Pittsburgh was on the other side for Pittsburgh, yes, I would have done it too, and I would have been disappointed. So that's where it stands. As you can see, now the Cards are only 1 1/2 games behind the Pirates. It stands. Pirates have lost 3 in a row. Cards have won 3 in a row, and they have another game, a third and final game of this series on September 11 in our 1969 replay. Meanwhile, today we're doing the Chicago Cubs at the Philadelphia Phillies. They're 10 behind after Pittsburgh is swept. And, they have, let's see, 143, 19 games left. They've got to win like every game to have a chance. It's possible, but it's unlikely. But the Cubs are still in it. Meanwhile, some people have questioned, why isn't there a Yankee at Senators game? Well, the answer is very simple. I posted it, Yankees at Senators, and then I looked at my schedule here on Baseball Reference, and there was a reason. I had scheduled it, Andrew, and then I looked and I said, I bypassed the Chicago at Philly game, and so we're just going to switch that now, and we'll go New York, Washington. What I do is I continually check to make sure I'm playing every game, and you see there's last, and then I go back to the old games and I cross-reference and double-check to make sure, and indeed everything is copacetic here. As you can see, we're just putting in the final touches here for this ball game. It's going to be Ken Holtzman for the Cubs and Rick Wise for You okay with that, Kathy Harden? The outcome of that game? The decision on that game was very unusual. You can't call it back. The problem with Strat-O-Matic, even with the instant replay, is once you have gone past an error, you've made a mistake in something, and then if you continue to go and play, really, by my definition, it's irreversible, because and you're okay with it. Okay, I guess you're okay with it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Guterberg here in Studio B. It's cold, and it's how I like it. I used to love those cold, summery days. In the winter, and this is what all your dreams. I just got a chance to get my first sip of coffee here. This is the first of a 2 Cubs at Phillies. You missed, Kathy, I think while you were out, you also missed me cutting my hair live, showing people how I cut my hair. I thought maybe I would share that. This is when you were taking your break. And I think while we wait for, our, I think we will. I think you were out. And now being able to find it's going to be a devil of a. Oh, maybe here it is. Yeah. You were out. We'll be back in a moment, folks. I have not paid for a haircut in God knows how long. I use a razor, an electric razor, folks. And I got a little trim list yesterday, right on the air. And I did this after the first game. I just felt I was ready for it. Just a little trim. And it took all of like 3 minutes or less. Don't worry. Sorry, Kathy. And I wouldn't even think of paying for a haircut today. To go out and spend $40 to have someone do what I could just do here. Look at this. And it's so easy. Now this may be a little too intimate for some. This goes on for a little bit. I'm not gonna, but here's the final. And this is me this morning. You see? And we take a little bit off there on the top there. Anyway, getting back to that error, that was a strange error. I think you understand it all. I think Rhodes Scholar is not phased. He's for the Cubs, and I take that all that stuff very, very seriously to the point where I felt compelled to broadcast, an explanation broadcast. Let's get to the starting lineups for today. Leading off for the Cubs, Don Kessinger at short. Batting second, Glenn Beckert at second base. It's Billy Williams batting third in left. Kathy Harden for the Cubs. Ron Santo batting fourth at third. They have to win every game. They have to win every game. I mean, not literally, but they gotta, they have to. Batting fifth is Ernie Banks at first. Batting sixth in right is Jim Hickman. Batting seventh and catching Randy Hundley. Batting eighth and center field Oscar Gamble. And pitching, left-hander Ken Holtzman with 16 wins. He won 17 in real world. Phillies won this game in 6-2. This was part of in real world. For the Phillies, it's Tony Taylor leading off at second. John Briggs in center field batting second. Dick Allen at first batting third. Darren Johnson in left. Rick Joseph at third. Mike Ryan is back in the lineup catching. And they keep Dave Watkins in, who was substituting for Ryan. They put him in right batting seventh. Don Money at short. And Rick Wise, the right-hander, with 12 wins on the season. There was one last thing I needed to do. We're going to have our first pitch in about 5 minutes because I forgot to put in the relievers. First, I put in who relieved in the replay by looking at each team's prior game. This takes no time. And we try not to use these people. And then we look at the box score of the real world game to see who relieved for a guideline. Wise went all the way in the 6-2 win. They used Reagan, I put a dot here, Johnson, and Aguirre. And in just a couple minutes, we expect finally the Phillies to take the field. Our next game, by the way, will be the Yankees at the Senators. And my hope is we'll play that today sometime. Yesterday was really something. We had a morning game and then we had an afternoon game in 2 broadcasts for the doubleheader. That was a lot of Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball, so it was pretty intense. If you don't mind, You know, Road Scholar, I only woke up about an hour ago, and I sure would appreciate the understanding from all of you for me just to sit here a minute and collect myself before we begin the ball game. Uh, so I can collect myself and sip some coffee here. Hope you understand what that's like. Mm. Just a little bit of peace. Oh, a little bit of peace of mind. I need to use the lavatory. Dan, I will be back. Kathy, it's a little slow going here this morning. It's a little bit slow going. I am so sorry. If you would just bear with me as I take care of my bodily functions. Thank you. Actually, yeah, I guess I better go to the bathroom. I thought maybe I didn't have to. Oh, Lord. I'll be back. Just a couple minutes. Kathy is so patient. She's so freaking patient. Oh, what the hell? Let's get started. And there's a warm-up question. Oh, lovely. What a beautiful way to start the morning. A blue pit just over in the infield and in front of the outfield is called this by its nickname. Oh God, I don't remember. A blue pit just over the infield in front of the outfield. I don't know if I got that right. Oh, I did get it. I got it right. You know, some of the things I thought I knew are still true. That's a great question, Kathy, and be interesting to look into the origins of that, Kathy Harden. You know? Whoops. Whoops. With Kathy's questions always leave you wanting to know more about the background of those things. And the Phillies take the field. There's Rick Wise taking his warm-ups. It's Wise on the mound. Catching him is Mike Ryan after an injury for about a week. Dick Allen at first, Taylor at second, Money at short, Joseph at third. In the outfield, Johnson in left, Briggs in center, and Watkins in right. And leading it off, Don Kessinger here for the Cubs. Cubs now 10 games behind those first place Pirates, who was swept by the second place Cardinals, who are now 1.5 out in a very controversial home run by Veda Pinson. Let's bring that down just a tad here so Kathy and everybody else can see a little better. Just a little better here. Whoops. Yeah, let's get it right. Let's go for it all. Well, we've been waiting for this game. Here's Kessinger now. Okay, Wise is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Kessinger. That's 5-11. Switch hitter batting left. He grounds it to second for Taylor. And he throws it over to Allen for the first out of the ball game. A 5'11" left-handed. And there's one away. Now here's Glenn Beckert. Great to have you all here for Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. That was a long, long diatribe on the commitment we have to transparency and integrity in our replay. Here's Glenn Beckert now. Here's Wise. And the pitch to Beckert. That is 1-7 right-handed, fly ball left field for DJ Johnson. And it's 2 away. Just underway here at Connie Mack Stadium. I was watching a very, very interesting documentary about Shibe Stadium, later called Connie Mack Stadium, after he died or retired or sold the team. Very interesting. And that's where we are. We're in Connie Mack. And Billy Williams is the batter. Left-handed hitter. Here's Wise. And the pitch to Williams. 4-5, left-handed. Hit well by Williams with power. Oh my, and he's got it, it's gone. Williams has hit a solo home run with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Let's look at that again. 4-5, left-handed, and home run 1-11. There it is. And it's gone. Off Wise. For Billy Williams, that is home run number 24. In our replay. And it's a 1-0 ball game. And it's Ron Santo, the captain, stepping up. Okay, Wise is ready. The windup and the pitch to Santo. 6-7, right-handed, fly ball center for Briggs. And Briggs makes the catch. And the side is retired. But it was 1 run on the 2-out solo home run by Billy Williams. We've gone a half. It's Chicago Cubs 1, Philadelphia Phillies coming up. Holtzman takes the mound. Of course, catching him is Hundley. It's Banks at first, Beckert at second, Kessinger at short, Santo at third, Williams in left, Gamble in center field, and Jim Hickman, my man, in right field. And leading it off is Tony Taylor for the Phillies. Here's Holtzman now. And the pitch to Taylor. 3-8 left-handed. And that's a grounder to first, and it's stopped by Banks. And Banks takes it to the bag, 1 away. Holtzman the southpaw. This will be lefty-lefty with Briggs at the plate. Holtzman gets the sign from Hundley. The wind-up and the pitch to Briggs. That's 410 left-handed. Struck him out. And that's 2 away. And now Dick Allen, the dangerous Dick Allen. Look at him against left-handers. Look at that power. Just stay clear of that one column, Kenny. Here's the pitch to Allen. Oh boy, it is a 1, but he struck him out. Oh, Kenny Holtzman flirting with that one column, but he struck him out. It was a 1-9 left-handed Rhodes Scholar, and the side is retired. 2 strikeouts there for Kenny Holtzman. Dick Allen went down swinging. A 1-2-3, and after 1, it's a 1-0 ball game. Lord, that's dangerous stuff, Kenny. Leo DeRocha was warning Kenny Holtzman to stay away from that one column of Dick Allen. Okay, here's Mr. Cub to lead it off top of the second. Okay, Wise. The wind-up and the pitch to Banks. That's 5-8 right-handed, grounds it to second X. For Taylor. Taylor a 323. $13-3. G2 E23. On Taylor, 6-10-12. And he throws him out. So Banks is retired on a ground ball to Tony Taylor at second. And here's my man Jim Hickman. We have our next question after this inning. Oh, I love it. Those questions are like nourishment. Okay, Wise facing Hickman with 1 out here, top of the second. The pitch from Wise. And that's going to be a 6-9 right-handed, grounds it to short X. For money, 327. Ooh, that's a 9-3 G3 E27. 6-9-10. And he throws him out, 2 away. So 2 ground out X's, if you will. And here's Randy Hundley. Hopefully we won't have to do any replays today. I think I've overdosed on those in the past, in that doubleheader and yesterday. Okay, Wise facing Hundley, 2 outs, nobody on. The wind-up and the pitch. That's 1-5 right-handed, and he walked him. So Hundley draws a base on balls with 2 outs. And here's Oscar Gamble, left-handed hitter. Wise gets the sign from Ryan. And the pitch to Gamble. That's 2-7 right-handed, fly ball center. This should end the inning. Under it is Briggs. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. It's no runs for the Cubs in the top of the second. The walk to Hundley, left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Cubs on the solo home run in the first inning by Billy Williams. And look for the question after this half inning. Kenny Holtzman retired the Phillies in order in the first. He'll face DJ Johnson to start it off. DJ steps in the batter's box. Okay, here's Holtzman now. The windup and the pitch to DJ. That's 3-6, left-handed. And that is a grounder to first. Oh, stopped by Banks. Nice play by Ernie. And he takes it to the bag, one away. Oh, that was pretty play by Ernest. It was a 3-6 right-handed. Left-handed, I'm sorry. Single 1 to 11. Stopped by Ernest. One down. And here's Rick Joseph. Oh, that is good coffee. Oh, my. Oh, that is really, really good coffee. It's funny, you know, I had Mike and Mike's yesterday, and look, I got one of these to spare. It happens, you know. I found these, and you bet I'm going to eat that. Okay, here's Holtzman. The pitch to Joseph. That is a 6-7 right-handed, grounds to second X. Ooh, there's a hair. That'll be for Beckert on a 6-7 right-handed. He is at 230. 230, 16-2. G1, E30, 6-10, 11. Uh-oh. He throws him out. Nice play by Glenn. And there are two away. And here's the catcher, Mike Ryan, his first plate appearance in about a week. He was out with a sprain. And we're glad to see Mike back in the lineup. What has had prior been the workhorse catcher for these Phillies. Mike Ryan steps in the box, facing Holtzman. He has power. Holtzman had better be careful with Ryan. Here's the windup and the pitch. Whoa, 1-6, grounds it to Ernie again. And he takes it to the bag. It's another 1-2-3 by Kenny Holtzman, a 1-6 left-handed. Another 1-2-3. We've gone 2. I'm enjoying the ball game. It's 1-0 Cubs, and now I ask everybody. Wait for the question. I handicap myself by reading it before I would dare answer. Here it is. Babe Ruth had 2 records broken in 1961. Of little less known is his record of 29 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings in a World Series. By who? Oh, God. Was it in 61 that record was broken? Lord. I'm going to just go with the only person I can think of. Who else? Babe Ruth had 2 records broken in 1961. Of course, we know the home run record, but of little less known is his record of 29 2/3. I got it. Yeah, it had to be. Does that still stand? I wonder if that still stands. You see, her questions always leave me wanting to know more. That's a good thing about her questions. That is a very good thing. I wonder, did anyone break Ford's record? Fascinating. Thank you, Kathy. I'm doing well today. We've gone 2 innings, folks. It's a 1-0 ball game. We hope you're enjoying it. And we're going to come to the top of the 3rd in just a minute. Or 2. Oh, that is just a minute or 2. Give me a chance to just savor everything. It's a 1-0 ball game. Cubs leading. It's the home run by Williams in the first off Wise. And we're reckoned to begin the top of the 3rd in just a moment. And then look in the text, the live text, live chat. I have it by default as top chat, and I don't like that. So I have to switch it each time I refresh. Fortunately, we don't get too much chat. If we did, that would be a real bummer. And we'll be looking for a text from Kathy in terms of when her next question is due. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman here in Studio B again on a Tuesday. That's garbage day. That means we take out the garbage later. And it's going to be Rick Wise now, starting his third inning. And leading it off will be the pitcher, Kenny Holtzman. His first plate appearance in this ball game. Okay, Wise is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Holtzman. 4-12, right-handed, grounds it to first X. That's going to be for Dick Allen. He's a 422. Three-four, that's going to be an S2, folks. That's a single two. When I say that, 6-7-8, Allen at 22. And it will be a leadoff single by Holtzman, of all people. He is a 2 NR, so he can at least, it's quite feasible that he could get that base hit. It went past Allen. It was a bounding ball, and Allen could not get it. So Holtzman is on to lead it off, and here's Don Kessinger. Okay, Wise now from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. Whoa, the infield is in. He'll be a C bunter. It's a 12. That's not going to work. Oh, Lord. That is not going to work. But he pops out. He's a C bunter. Oh, he turns into a C. With a 12, he pops up. And to the catcher, Mike Ryan, who catches Holtzman off the bag for the double play. That's a shame. Leo DeRocha called for the sacrifice by Kessinger, but it backfired. So now it's 2 outs, nobody on for Glenn Beckert. Beckert flew to left in the first. Here's Wise now. And the pitch. That's 6-5 right-handed, grounds it to short for money. And he throws to Allen, and the side is retired. So no runs for the Cubs in the top of the third. Leadoff hit by Holtzman. He was doubled up on a botched sacrifice attempt by Kessinger. We're in the middle of the third. 1-0 Cubs. Here's Holtzman. He's retired the first 6 Phillies in this game. Here's Dave Watkins, who was filling in for Mike Ryan behind the plate for the past week, and now Ryan's back, and Watkins moves to right field. Larry Heisel is injured, and Briggs in center, where Heisel usually plays. Watkins steps in. Here's Holtzman. The windup and the pitch to Watkins. That's 4-9 right-handed. Base hit to right for Watkins, the leadoff single. Thrown in by Hickman. So the Phils have a leadoff runner on first, and Don Money is the batter. Wise on deck. He's a 5 NR. Pitch from Holtzman. And Money lays it down. The infield is in. He'll be a B. A C. This one's going to be a 3C. And he beats it out. Whoa, Money beat it out. Whoa. So it's first and second, nobody out. And here's Rick Wise. And just to let you all know, ignore these ratings because the hit and run applies, but the bunting rating is different, or could be different, usually is different. And as you see, Wise is an A bunter. So it's first and second, nobody out. Holtzman in trouble here in the third. Here's Holtzman from the stretch, and the pitch to Wise. And Wise lays it down. He'll become a B bunter, and that's a 4B. And that looks like that's going to be a beauty. It's hit right back to Holtzman, and his only play is to first. And it's second and third with one out now. So Holtzman in trouble here. Two runners in scoring position, only one out. Tony Taylor. The key is to make contact, Tony. Here's Holtzman now. And the pitch to Taylor. 6-8, right-handed. Oh, Lord, that's going to be a base hit. And 2 runs will score. Oh, a big hit by Tony. Watkins comes in, Money comes in, and the Phillies lead it 2-1. Let's look at that again. Whew. Top of the 5th will be our next question, folks. Top of the 5th from Kathy Harden, and wait for it, please. 6-8 right-handed, that is a base hit. Right off Holtzman. It was second and third, one out. Now Taylor on first with one out. Taylor is not being held, but he's gonna be a 1-10, even not being held with Huntley. Not being held. Here's Briggs. Holtzman now. And the pitch. Whoa, that's a 4-8 left-handed, walked him. So it's first and second with still only one out. And here's the dangerous Dick Allen. Look at him against left-handers. Holtzman got Allen swinging in the first. Here's the pitch from Holtzman. Oh, it's a one column again. 110 left-handed. That's going to be a ballpark. And Connie Mack is cozy. Oh, shit. A right-hander. And it's gone. Let's look at that again, folks. Dick Allen with a 3-run home run. It was a 110 left-handed ballpark blast. Dick Allen, the right-hander in Philly. Right-hander 1-15. It's an 11. It's gone, Kathy. So it's a 3-run home run. 3-run home run. I'm sorry, it's early here. Dick Allen busts it wide open. 5 runs now here in the third off Holtzman. And we're going to just add this. That's a shame. That's a freaking shame. For Dick Allen, That's home run number 24. He's been underperforming in that department somewhat. And that's a blast by Dick Allen. And there's action in the Cubs bullpen. They're going to stay with Holtzman here. No outs, nobody on, but we're going to stay here. Let's see who's warming here. It was Johnson and Aguirre who pitched in real world in this game. And again, the Phillies won this one 6-2. I think we will go with Ken Johnson, the right-hander, warming. Again, he pitched in real world in this game. Well, 5-1 Phillies here. And here's DJ with 1 out, nobody on. Holtzman. And the pitch to DJ. That is 5-9 right-handed. Oh my. That's hit well by DJ, and that is gone. A back-to-back home run by Darren Johnson. It was a 5-9 right-handed. And that's going to be it for Kenny Holtzman. It was end home run 1-6. He's got the power, and it was a 6. Back-to-back. And that's it for Kenny Holtzman. There's going to be a little break in the action, folks, as Kenny Johnson is coming in. There's going to be 2 Johnsons now. Doesn't always go the way you want, Kathy. DJ Johnson has just hit his 14th home run of the season. He's just about right. And Kenny Holtzman just did not have the right stuff today. He's already the loser of record. He pitched 2 1/3. And in fact, he's reached fatigue if we wanted to keep him in. He reached fatigue after the home run by Allen. Super advanced rule. 3, 4, 5. So taking him out certainly is a correct choice here. He's allowed 6 runs in 2 1/3. And here's Kenny Johnson, right-handed pitcher, taking his warm-ups. Still only 1 out here. 6 big runs here for the Phillies. It's 6-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. It happens, folks. Okay, Johnson is ready, right-handed pitcher. And here comes Rick Joseph with 1 out, nobody on. Johnson is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Joseph. That's 2-8 right-handed, and that's a base hit. Oh, the Phils are hitting this inning. Rick Joseph with a 2-8 single thrown in by Williams. And now Mike Ryan. Joseph on first, 1 out. The pitch from Johnson. That's 1-3 right-handed, grounds it back to Johnson. He forces Joseph at second. 2 outs, and Ryan is on first. And the Phillies have batted around this inning. Dave Watkins He started it off with a base hit. His second at bat this inning. Ryan on first, 2 down. Pitch from Johnson. That's 5-6 right-handed. Fly ball center field. That's for Gamble. And Gamble makes the catch, and the side is retired. But 6 runs, including a 3-run home run by Dick Allen. We've gone 3. It's a 6-1 ball game. And we'll have our next question after this inning. Well, here's Rick Wise now. Top of the 4th. And Billy Williams will lead it off. Williams hit the solo home run in the first. Everything looked nice for the Cubs, and then Holtzman retired, 6 in order, and then things just fell apart, and that happens in baseball. There'll be a next question in the top of the 5th inning. That's after this inning. And I'll be taking a short break too. Here's Williams now. Facing Wise, the windup, and the pitch. And that's 5-3, left-handed, grounds it back to Wisex. He's a 3-0. 14-3. That's a G2, and he throws him out on a 0 E0. We're only looking for a rare play there. 1 out on a 5. Here's Santo, the captain, with 1 out, nobody on. Cubs down 6-1. Santo flew to center in the first. Here's Wise. And that's 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Wise. Got Santo swinging. 2 down, here's Ernie now. Ernie grounded to second in the second. All right, Wise now. The windup and the pitch to Banks. That's going to be a 2-9 right-handed, struck him out. So Wise getting tough here in the 4th. A 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Ken Johnson. Pitch 2/3 in the 3rd, and we'll face Money to start it off. Okay, Johnson is ready. The windup and the pitch to Money now. 5-7 right-handed, struck him out. That's Johnson's first strikeout. Pretty good ratio there. He only had 48 innings pitched. Now here's Rick Wise. He's a 5 NR. He had a sacrifice bunt in that 6-run 3rd. Johnson gets the sign from Hundley now. The pitch to Wise. That's 5-6 right-handed, fly ball center. For Gamble, 2 outs. And here's Tony Taylor. So Johnson now has retired. I guess we could say 4 in order. And the batter is Tony Taylor. He singled, scored in the 3rd. Pitch from Johnson. And that's 2-7 right-handed. Grounds it to short. Kessinger has it over to Ernie, and the side is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Ken Johnson. We've gone 4. It's Phillies 6, Chicago Cubs 1. Now wait for it, people, please. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it comes. This portable cassette player was first sold in 1979. I read it, folks. I do not. Charles Caracciolo with Walkman. We'll want to give him credit too. Again, this portable cassette player, I got it, and we give something over there to Charles for getting it. Folks, I wait to read these. Thank you, Kathy Harden. We like to spread it around. That was a significant technological development, actually. Sony, I believe Sony made that. Charles Caracciolo has arrived. We've gone 4 innings, 6-1. That's a whole, folks, you could go to YouTube and Google and get documentaries on the development and impact of the Sony Walkman. To learn about the interplay of that. My name's Jeffrey Guterman. We're going to take a little break, about 5 minutes. We've gone 4 innings. It's Phillies 6, Chicago Cubs 1, a big 6th inning with back-to-back home runs by Dick Allen and DJ Johnson. Allen hit a 3-run blast. Johnson, obviously, it was a solo blast. Off Holtzman, knocked him out. Ken Johnson came in. He's been holding his own. And he may be due up. We'll see. His endurance is 4, Kathy Harden, so you never know if they're going to stay with Johnson or burn out their bullpen. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We do a replay of the 1969 season. Every game, not just some, every frickin' game. And I'll be back after this short interlude, about 3 to 5 minutes. Rose, I don't have data on that, but it's probably pretty rare. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Godeman back in Studio B. Lisa asks, what is the music? The music is copyright-free ambiance. If you look in the description section, you'll see there is credit given as required. And that's what we do. You're very welcome, Lisa. Well, we're heading now to the top of the fifth. There's not a cloud in the sky here in Fort Lauderdale, where we're located, Studio B. And Rick Wise takes the mound. Top of the fifth. And you know what? We have a question from Kathy Harden before we go on. Look at that, how I almost bypassed that. Let's get to the question here from Kathy Harden. Wait for it now. And thank you for waiting for me to introduce it, Kathy. Again, I read it, giving all of you a handicap before I even start. Oh, we did it. That's an error on my part. We'll wait for the next one, folks. Sorry about that, Kathy. You see? Very, very, that's better than forgetting it, right? Well, here's Jim Hickman leading it off. Cubs down by 5 here. Top of the 5th. Here's Wise. And the pitch to Hickman. 2-5 right-handed. That's hit well by Jim. Oh, but it's to right field, playable by Dave Watkins, and that's one away. A long drive by Jim, but plenty of room there for Watkins to make the catch. Here's Hundley now. There is action in the Cubs bullpen. Someone who is not very good, Rich Nye, left-hander. I'm so sorry. There might be someone else warming. Down 6-1, they have Rich Nye warming in case they want a pinch hitter. Okay, here's Hundley facing Wise. And here's the pitch to Hundley. That's 2-5 right-handed, struck him out. And that's the 3rd for Wise. And now Oscar Gamble with 2 outs and nobody on. Gamble flew to center in the 2nd. Wise gets the sign from Ryan, the windup, and the pitch. That's 6-10, left-handed, grounds to short X. That's from Money, 327. 17-3. G1, E27, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he throws him out. And so Johnson will get another inning. He'll lead off in the 6th, probably with a pinch hitter. We've gone 4.5. It's 6-1 Phillies here at Connie Mack Stadium. And Ken Johnson he pitched 2/3. Actually, he pitched, look at this. He reached, oh my God. I don't even want to tell you. We really gave it to Philly. We gave them 4 outs in the 3rd, folks. That was a force out. That's 2 outs, and then Taylor is 3 outs. Oh, no. No. I'm so sorry. That was a new inning. I'm so sorry, yeah. Interesting, though, that there was 1 out. That was 4 outs, yeah. We're just going to bypass it, folks, especially with the lead, well, with the way this game is going. Bypass that error. It's impossible to make it up. And not that it really mattered. All right. It happens, folks. You know how many errors, Here's Johnny Briggs. We still think we have low errors. Okay, Johnson is ready. Here's the pitch to Briggs. That's 4-6, left-handed, walked him. Again, it was 1 out. Actually, it was 3 outs. I'm so sorry. That was 1 out. Here's where it started. 1 out. Force out is 2. And 3. Oh, no error, folks. No error. But yeah, no error. I'm just second guessing myself. Here's Big Dick Allen with Briggs on first and no outs. Okay, Johnson, the pitch to Allen. That's 4-12. Right-handed, grounds it to first X for Banks. Ernie is a 2-4. This could be 2. 2-4, 15-2. G1, E4, 5-9, 12, E4. It's a G1 with a runner on first, and it is a double play. Turned by Ernie. So 2 outs, nobody on, and here's DJ Johnson. DJ is 1 for 2. Big hand for DJ Johnson. Okay, Johnson now. 2 Johnsons facing each other. It's Ken on the mound, DJ at the plate. The windup and the pitch from Ken Johnson. And Darren Johnson hits a ground ball to short for Kessinger. He is a 221. 17-2. G1. E21, 6-12, 13. And he throws him out, and the side is retired. So no runs for the Phils. A walk. None left after the double play. And we've gone 5. It's a 6-1 ball game. I must insist that the Cubs are still in this ball game, Kathy. Rick Wise on the mound. He has allowed 1 run in 5 innings. He allowed the home run to Williams in the first. Otherwise, he's been very, very tough. And there will be a hitter for Kenny Johnson. Kenny Johnson pitched 2 and 2/3. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and no runs. And it will be Nye coming in. It's a tough call, but they're going to bring in Nye. I tell you what, we have a Aguirre available. And let's see, Aguirre's available. I may bring Aguirre in because they're in a pennant race. They're in a freaking pennant race. I could also bring in Abernathy. Look at that. I think I'll bring Abernathy in because he's sufficiently rested. Yeah, I'm so sorry, folks. We're going to bring in Abernathy. This is a pennant race, and there's plenty of opportunity for Nye to come in to ball games. So That's house rules. You can announce it, you can write it in, but you know, until they throw a pitch, we so there's going to be a hitter here for Kenny Johnson. Let's see who it's going to be. I could go with our usual Paul Popovich, but I want to see if Mr. Mr. Rhodes Scholar sent me anything from the Cubs. I don't think so. Here we go. Oh, these look like White Sox. Yeah, these look like White Sox. Wait a minute. Oh, Lord. I just want to see if these people are Cubs or White Sox. Let me just see something here. Joe Decker was a he was on the Cubs, yeah. He did send me Cubs. Oh, he looks good. Dave Lemons. But it'll be against a Wise, a left right-hander. Okay, Dave Lemons. Here he is. Yeah. Oh, he's a pitcher, for Christ's sakes. I should have known that. We're gonna go with Paul Popovich instead of playing smarty pants. It's gonna be Paul Popovich to lead it off as a pinch hitter here. He is a switch hitter. See if the Cubs can get something going here in the top of the sixth. Okay, Wise pitching very good. He's retired 8 in order. Popovich steps into the batter's box. Batting left against Wise. Okay, here's Wise now. The windup and the pitch to Popovich. That's going to be 4-6 switch hitter batting left, and that is a base hit for Popovich. How do you like that? A leadoff single by Paul. He's a 1-12. And here comes Kessinger. Now it's the Cubs down by 5 here. Wise's first endurance is the 7th next inning. Kessinger 0 for 2. Okay, here's Wise. The pitch to Kessinger. Swinging away, 110, ballpark. Switch hitter, batting left. It's a 7. And oh, that grass is rough. It's a line out. To second. To Taylor. Those should be ground balls. If we're going with ballpark effects, I don't know why they do lineouts like that, but maybe someone here can tell me. 1 out with Popovich on first. Here's Glenn Beckert. Cubs just need a couple runs, 2 or 3 runs to get back in this ball game. Beckert 0 for 2. But Wise has been tough. Now here's the pitch to Beckert. That is 2-5 right-handed, and that is a base hit by Beckert. That's what they need. Popovich rounds second, goes to third, and holds. And here's Billy Williams, can bring the Cubs right back in this ball game. Again, down by 5. That was a 2-5 base hit for Beckert. And Williams, left-handed hitter, steps in, 1 for 2, had the home run in the first when everything seemed peaches and cream for the Cubs. Okay, Wise now. From the stretch. The pitch to Williams. That's 5-10 left-handed, struck him out. Oh, Rick Wise with a big strikeout, his 4th of the game. 2 down now in a clutch situation for Santo. Santo 0 for 2. Flew to center and struck out. Let's get some coffee here. That's the last cup. Almost a last dropper, but not quite. Then we waste the little that's left there. Very little. And that looks to me like we may have new coffee, we may not. I don't know. Okay, Santo in a clutch situation. And as you can see, he's a good clutch hitter against right-handers. That 110 is a base hit. Okay, here's Wise trying to get out of this. The pitch to Santo. That's 1-7 right-handed, and he grounds it to short, no one being held. Money has it, throws to Allen, and the side is retired. So it's no runs for the Cubs. Again, 2 hits, the leadoff hit by Popovich. And we're heading to the bottom of the 6th. It's still a 6-1 ball game. Ted Abernathy is coming in. He'll be the 3rd Cubs pitcher. Abernathy taking his warm-ups here. Okay, here's Abernathy. He's ready. And Rick Joseph to lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th. Phillies lead it 6-1. Don't miss our next game, Yankees at the Senators. And that'll finish up our games of September 10. Here's Abernathy, the pitch to Joseph. And that's 4-7 right-handed, and he grounds it to third for Santo. Over to Banks, 1 down. Now Mike Ryan. Ryan 0 for 2, reached on a force. Ah. Here's the pitch from Abernathy. That's 4-5, right-handed, fly ball right. That's from my guy Hickman. 2 down. And Dave Watkins, 1 for 2. He batted twice in the third when the Phillies batted around, had a single and scored, so started off and flew to center to end the inning. Here's Abernathy now. The pitch to Watkins. That's 3-12 right-handed. Lines it to short, and the side is retired. We've gone 6. Rhodes Scholar, it is a 6-1 ball game. We'll have a break in the middle of the 7th. I don't know if Kathy has questions. Sometimes she throws 2 out there during our 7th inning stretch. Don't want to put pressure on you, I understand. Wise is ready. Here's Ernie Banks now. The Cubs need hits. Oh, Lord. They need runs, too. They're down by 5. Banks 0 for 2. Here's Wise. And the pitch to Banks. That's 5-6 right-handed. Struck him out. That's the second strikeout against Banks. 1 down. And here comes Hickman. This is Wise's first endurance inning. Okay, Hickman 0 for 2. The windup by Wise and the pitch. That's 5-9, right-handed, grounds it to short for money. And he throws to Allen, 2 away. And Randy Hundley walked and struck out. Pitch to Hundley. That's 6-7, right-handed, fly ball center field, a can of corn for Briggs. He makes the catch, and boy, has Wise been tough. A 1-2-3. He let up the home run to Williams in the first, but he's let up very little since then. There have been 4 base runners, 3 singles and a walk. We're in the 7th inning stretch. It's 6-1 Phillies. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. It's the 7th inning stretch here at Connie Mack Stadium. There is U.S. President Howard Taft, who not only did he throw out the first ball, but legend has it that he stood up to stretch after the top of the 7th at a game and it thereby became a tradition in baseball. We have 2 questions from Kathy Harden now. By the way, that what you're seeing in the background is a unrefreshed, non-live version of this game. So don't worry about that, folks. Here's the question coming from Kathy Harden. 2 questions as we stretch it out. I'll read it, and I will not post an answer until it's read. I like to give others a chance. I don't have a need to be right. I gave that up, and boy, has that freed me of a lot of unnecessary bullshit in life. Not with these trivia, but in general. You give up a need to be right, and then you don't get concerned, you don't get upset. Here it comes. Which team is second behind the Yankees for World Series wins? Which team is second behind the Yankees for World Series wins? It's a great question. I think I have read that it was the Cardinals. I don't know if it still is the Cardinals. If it's not, I got it. Yeah. Cardinals won a lot of them. And they're one of the originals. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Thank you so much. And we're going to be looking for our second question in due course, I imagine, here in the 7th inning stretch. It's 6-1 Phillies in the first of a 2-game series, September 10 in our 1969 replay. Now just hang out, folks, and wait for the next question. It's a great question. Even harder would be who's third? I'm going to say the New York Giants are third, or the Giants are third. New York and San Francisco. How do you like those sound effects? That's a truck driving down my street. A big one. A big rig. What actor played Private Ryan? That seems too easy. Kathy, that one seems way too easy. Huh? Okay, that's a trick question. Maybe it was his brother. Tom Hanks played his brother. Okay. Yeah, and at the end you see him. Wait a minute. I'm confused, Kathy Harden. And that's a good thing about Kathy's questions. Does anybody know? I could have sworn Hanks was Private Ryan. Lord. Well, hang in, folks. We'll figure this one out. Anybody out there have a clue? No looking it up. No looking it up. Matt Damon. Matt Damon. I'm confused, Kathy Harden. Did he have a role and he gets killed first or something? Because I remember the scene opens up with Hanks at Normandy. Just an amazing opening scene. Maybe you could clarify, Kathy Harden. I think it has to do with Matt Damon played his brother. He played Hank's brother then. Any clarification would be appreciated. I'll wait for Kathy Harden to provide clarification if she will do so. She may or may not do so. I also love a mystery. It's starting to warm up a bit here. We're in the 7th inning stretch. It's a 6-1 ball game. I'm going to turn the fan on, see if that can maintain some air here, some coolness. Okay, we'll wait for you, Kathy, and I'll go back to this ball game in the meantime. Yeah, I figured, Kathy. I absolutely figured that. And you're telling me, did he actually appear in the movie, Matt Damon? And when did he appear? You don't have to get into it, because he's a pretty big actor, Matt Damon, isn't he? And he played Private James Ryan. And then who was Tom Hanks? I guess he was also a Ryan, but a different Ryan. And I think it's a true story. Another great question from Kathy Harden. As we move to the bottom of the 7th, that raises all sorts of questions. I don't know, did he have a cameo in it? You know, but you don't have to answer all this. Well, here's Ted Abernathy in his 2, 4, 5, 6 second inning of relief. He retired the Phillies in order, and it will be Don Money leading it off. Here's Abernathy, the windup and the pitch to Money. That's going to be 1-9 right-handed. That's hit well by Money. Wow, into the gap for a double. A leadoff double by Don Money, and he's 2 for 3 today. Now here's Rick Wise. He's a 5 NR. A bunter. Abernathy from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Wise. 5-6, right-handed, and he hits it. A base hit. 2 asteroids. That'll bring Money home. So chances are dwindling here with the 7th run for the Phillies off back-to-back hits. A 5-6 right-handed single. And it's 7-1 ball game. Here's Tony Taylor now, 1 for 3. Abernathy. And the pitch to Taylor. That's 4-4 right-handed. Catcher X for Hundley. Hundley 1-3. That'll be 17-1. G2. E3. 5-9-10. It's going to be a clean G2 with a runner on first. And Hundley forces Wise at second. And Taylor is on base with 1 out. Nice play by Hundley. Now here's Johnny Briggs. I think we'll try to rough this out without any more coffee here in this game. Already drank a pot. Briggs struck out, walked twice, scored once in that 6-run third. Here's the pitch from Abernathy. 1-8, right-handed, struck him out. 2 down. And here's Dick Allen, 1 for 3. He had the big 3-run home run. Okay, here's Abernathy. And that's 5-3 right-handed. That's a ballpark. Right-handed. Lord, that's a rough grass. Single 1-2. It's a liner to short, caught by Kessinger, and the side is retired. But 1 run, another run. And that one was knocked in by by Wise, of all people. Well, here comes Wise to pitch the top of the 8th. It will be Gamble, a pinch hitter for Abernathy. Nye will come in unless they explode. 2-4-5. He pitched 2 innings, Abernathy. 2 hits. Struck out 1, allowed 1. We'll still reserve judgment as to who comes in. Got a couple people warming, and Kathy Harden, the hopeful, will face, Wise will face Gamble to start it off. Then a pinch hitter for Abernathy. Here's Wise. And the pitch to Gamble. That is 6-12 left-handed, and that's going to be, a base hit right through the middle. Just past the reach of Taylor. Gamble with the leadoff single. He's a 1-16 running. That was a 6-12 left-handed. There it is. And let's see who's hitting here. This is Wise's second endurance inning. It's going to be Willie Smith. Willie Smith. He's got power. Smith steps in the batter's box. Wise from the stretch, and the pitch to Smith. That's 5-9 left-handed, struck him out. And that's the 6th strikeout for Wise. So Smith is retired. And we go back to the top of the order, Don Kessinger. Switch hitter batting left. Kessinger 0 for 3 now. Gamble on first, 1 down. Pitch from Wise. That's going to be 3-9 right-handed. Grounds it to second for Taylor. His only play is to first, 2 outs, and Gamble goes to second. And now Glenn Beckert is the batter. Here's Wise. Pitch to Beckert. That's 5-8 right-handed. Grounds to second X. That's for Taylor, 323. $11-3. G2. Taylor 23, 5-10, 13. And he throws him out, and the side is retired. Nice play by Taylor. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We're in the middle of the 8th. It's going to be Rich Nye coming in. Rich Nye, a left-hander. He had a 5.11 ERA. Nye taking his warm-ups. Okay, he's ready, and it's going to be DJ Johnson to lead it off. He hit a back-to-back home run, if you will, in that 6-run third when Holtzman got bombed. Holtzman allowed 6 runs in 2 1/3. Here's Nye now. 4th Cubs pitcher. The pitch to Johnson. That's 4-5 right-handed. Grounds it to short X for Kessinger. That's 13-2. G1. Kessinger E21, 6-10, 13. And he throws him out. So Nye retires Johnson, and here's Joseph, Rick Joseph, 1 for 3. All right, Nye. The pitch to Joseph. That's 5-12 right-handed. Grounds it to first X for Dick Allen. I'm sorry, for Banks, 2-4. 2-4, 17-2. G1. E4, 6-8, 11. And he takes it to the bag, 2 away. So Nye's retired the first 2. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it'll be the heart of the order for the Cubs. They're down by 6 now in a 7-1 ball game. It'll be Williams, Santo, and Banks. Stranger things have happened. Here's the pitch to Ryan from Nye. 4-11 right-handed. Ballpark. Ryan, a right-hander, and that's going to be on a 7. That might go. He's got the power, and in Philly, that is gone. A solo home run off Nye's card. It was home run 1-15 in Philadelphia, and just to sort of create the doldrums for the Cubs, another run. This one a home run by Mike Ryan in his first game back after being out for about a week. And that's going to make it an 8-1 ball game, Kathy Harden. That's number 14 for Ryan. Holy Christ. How many did he hit? Well, he had 12. Okay. They add up. Home run number 14 for Mike Ryan to make it an 8-1 ball game. 4 home runs this game. 3 by the Phillies. Okay, Nye will face Watkins now. Cubs down by 7 now. Okay, Nye. The windup and the pitch to Watkins. Wait a minute. Was that a ballpark or was that a hit? We're going to do a replay on that, Kathy Harden. Not that I want to, but I might have misread that. Folks, we have instant replays for rule issues. Let's see if I misread that. Bear with us. He's got the power, and it be Williams, Santo, and Banks. Here's the replay now, right here. Stranger things have happened. Here's the pitch to Ryan from Nye. That's a 411. No, it was. Right-handed 411. That was a full diamond replay. Full diamond ballpark blast. So we just, that was a precaution, if you will. We're going to resume the ball game with Watkins at the plate. Did we swing on Watkins? Shit, that's another question I have. Did I swing on Watkins? Did Watkins swing? Let's check that out too. Did he hit? Well, he had 12, okay. They add up. I may have. Hey, Nye. You see, I'm getting ready to roll this. The windup and the pitch to Watkins. This is what got me into trouble last time. No, we did. Look at that. You see, that's the problem there. You got to be very careful about that. We rolled on Watkins and then stopped and forgot that we rolled on Watkins. Not we, but me. And a 1-7 left-handed struck him out. If you want to look at that, it's in fact the dice are there, sitting pretty, sitting very pretty as usual on the 1-7. We're now back in live broadcast here, and the site is retired. But another run, that's the long and short of it. It's 8-1, and we're going to the top of the 8th. What an invaluable resource in this digital era to be able to do replays like that. And here's Rick Wise. Sure, the Phillies have had great hitting, but Wise is, he's to be credited. He's been almost unhittable since the first inning when he allowed a home run against Williams. All in all, he's allowed 1 run on 5 hits, walked 1, struck out 6, and he'll face the heart of this lineup, Billy Williams, to lead it off. It's a tall order. Williams, left-handed hitter. Cubs down by 7. Wise in his 3rd endurance inning. He is fresh. Here's the windup and the pitch to Williams. That is a 5-7 left-handed, and he struck him out. Had he been fatigued, it would have been a base hit. That'll be the 7th strikeout for Wise. So the Cubs would fall a 10.5 behind the first-place Pirates, losing yet another opportunity to gain ground. And each loss by the Cubs makes it less and less likely that they will be able to come back to win the division. It's not a mathematical impossibility, though, at this point. Here's Wise now facing Santo. Santo 0 for 3. The windup and the pitch to Santo. That's going to be a 5-3 right-handed. Grounds it back to Wise. He's a 3-0. Let's just make sure he can get to it. 3-0, 19-3. It's a G1, and he does with a 0. 2 outs. We don't look it up because we know only a 5 would be a rare play. Otherwise, it's out with nobody on base, no factors to consider, and now the Cubs are down to their last out, Kathy Harden. And Rhodes Scholar was here earlier. We've had Lisa, Rose, Charles, and Andrew. Here's Wise, trying to finish it off. The pitch to Banks. That's 5-6 right-handed. Struck him out, and the ball game is over. What a great game. The fans are cheering, all 2,000 of them. The final score, Phillies 8, Cubs 1. Basically, Holtzman got bombed. Wise pitch 9. 5 hits. Walked 1, struck out 8, allowed 1 run. It was the home run by Williams, the final line. Great game for the Phillies, sure. Phillies 8 runs, 5, 6, 8 9 hits, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No errors. Cubs 1 run, 5 hits. They were Rick Wised. And we'll put this one in the books and call it a game. They're going to have a second game on September 11. And for those of you wondering, I have 10:47 a.m. here Eastern time. And looking at our schedule, we just go back here. It is the Yankees at the Senators. We skipped the Chicago game. That's why this one. We skipped the Chicago game. We go to painstaking efforts to double check that all games are played. So don't worry about that. When we played the Cardinal doubleheader, we skipped the Cubs game, and that's why we're playing that one now. The next game will be Yankees at the Senators. The Senators beat the Yankees 6-1 in real world in this game. Starting for the Yankees will be Mel Stottlemyre, Dick Bosman for the Senators. Pepitone's starting, Kathy Harden. And for the Senators, it will be Frank Howard and Super Jew Mike Epstein, with Steady Eddie leading off. I'm Jewish, folks. That's not, probably wouldn't be politically correct today on Mike Epstein, but that's the way we're going to do it. I want to say to everybody, stay strong. I'm looking at a 12 p.m. noon start. 12 p.m. noon start. My name, Jeffrey Guterberg. Subscribe, like, and stay in touch with our 1969 replay. We'll see you later, Kathy. Thank you very much.